conference will now be recorded.
How to take care of Datadog interview. Okay, that is the things. So first of all, you need to know your role, what kind of work you are doing, your role. So your role can be different. It can be SRE engineer, ops engineer, DevOps engineer, cloud ops engineer, or architect, or whatever it is, or observability. Nowadays there is a one thing which we has
That's
got.
exactly what I'm being hired for.
Yeah, so these are the different roles we have. So what is your role? So you have so many roles actually. This job is like many things you have to do, but one of the things which typically we do is like monitoring infrastructure, monitoring everything. We monitor everything. Okay, but you know what? Monitoring word, this keyword, this is old actually. We don't use this keyword anymore. So what we use? So we call it observability instead of monitoring. Observability. So now there is one question for you. Maybe offline you can spend some time. Okay. So what is the difference between monitoring and observability? Spend some time for learning purpose later. But I'll tell you in simple way. Monitoring, it was the old terminologies which we were using. And in this monitoring, I'm giving you simple, okay? We are collecting the data plus storing the data, and after that we set up alerts and dashboard. This is something which we do. So here important thing is alert has come only if the incident has happened. Correct? Correct, no?
Yeah.
But in observability, which we are trying to set up now, we are collecting the data, storing the data, and before having any issues, you are basically analyzing the whole data. Before occurring any issues, you are being notified. So that means that problems is not at all happening. Before that only you notify. For example, in this monitoring world, if CPU will go more than 80%, then you get alert. But here it will suggest, hey, there's some high utilization for your things. It may create a problem. Do something. So basically,
basically being proactive.
Yeah, proactive instead of doing the work after that incident.
Being proactive. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yeah, proactive. So this keyword has been very popular from last couple of years. Now you go anywhere, let me show you. You go anywhere, let's say Datadog. And if you see that, this keyword, they are not saying monitoring, correct?
Yeah.
They're saying observability. Let's say Dynatrace. Oh, this is the elastic ads I clicked. This is the confusion actually. See, yeah, see here. See observability. So any platform you go, they will use this keyword because they are transforming actually. Got it?
Yeah.
So what is your objective? Your objective is to set up complete observability or monitoring, whatever you say, you define as per the thing. If they'll ask you, say everything. I mean monitoring everything. If they ask, okay, no, what is observability? I think you know by now a little bit of it. Correct now? Okay, now, so your job is to monitor everything. I'm putting in a simple way, or setting up the observability. But the question is, how can you do it? This is important. How can you do it? How this can be done? So first thing I've been telling you yesterday also I've been telling you, phase one, if you remember, you need to collect the data, this data. What we call it? Typically we call it melt,
Metrics,
MELT.
metrics, events, logs, and trails.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. You need to collect this data. This data you need to collect matrices, traces, logs. Okay, now the question is, okay, fine, I need to collect this data. These are the pillar of setting up observability. That means if you are not collecting, that means you are still doing monitoring. If you want to set up observability, you need to collect this data, matrices. So metrics, trace, and logs. Now metrics means what? Metrics means CPU, RAM, disk, network, number of HTTP requests, number of Tomcat requests, JDBC value, MySQL values. All these are called metrics. Okay. So this is like most of the data. I would say most of the data is called metrics. But we have a trace. This trace you will have most of the time in millisecond or something. What is trace? So this you need to understand a little bit. If you have understanding, then I can skip this. Do you know
I know.
trace?
Even in load testing, something. I'm basically I'm a quality engineer guy with load testing and performance testing experience. That
Mhm.
one task is that we do tracing. Suppose something goes wrong, we do one action, one perform end-to-end workflow, and able to trace and see where is the delay, where is the time taking at the app level, web level, app level, DB level. If we,
Yeah.
yeah, if just trace. I know, I'm aware of that.
Yeah. So I'll not define it. Okay. Yeah. So typically, metrics you get from the infrastructure monitoring. This is called infrastructure monitoring. Okay. Now trace you get from the three monitoring you get it trace. One is APM, application performance monitoring. Synthetic also you get trace. And again, if you have any question which I'm not answering, you can ask me. And then RAM, real user monitoring. So for synthetic infra monitoring, okay, how do you get it? So typically, this data, most of the time, you get it from the Datadog infra agent. Okay, this is collector actually. Okay, now, but see, infra agent is something like, it's like a software, some tool. So this has to run, then only it will gather the metrics. But let's say there are some tools like you said last day, ServiceNow, or cloud like AWS, Azure, or some cloud-based tool. I want to gather the metrics, store at Datadog. How can you do that? So API is sufficient. For example, let me explain it to you. So if you see, let me refresh this guy. Think simple always. Let's say this is the AWS. Okay. And here we have Datadog. This is the Datadog cloud. Okay. So now you need all the AWS metrics at Datadog. So what you will do? So first I will know AWS. I know that in AWS, CloudWatch is the service which is having all the data. Correct now? So there's no agent required for it. What you will do, you will say Datadog, hey, Datadog, this is my AWS client ID and secret. Go and fetch the data from the CloudWatch because CloudWatch has all the information. This is a paid service, by the way, but it's API call, right? It's API call. No agent is required. Correct, no? Only you need AWS. secret token and stuff like that. That's all. So now you got this. So here agent is okay if you want the data from the system. Let's say system means physical server, virtual server, containers. But if it's a service, then API. Got it? Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. Now, how do you get a APM data? So APM data I was discussing yesterday also. You have APM agent. What is APM agent? Don't get confused between the infra agent which runs on the system. APM agent don't run on the system. It runs with your programs. APM agent is nothing but a program, code, libraries, which runs along with your code. Java, Java agent. Python, Python agent. Ruby, Ruby agent. So this APM you collect from APM agent. For synthetic, there is no agent required because they will make DD will make a API. I mean DD will make a network call. Sorry, my bad. Not API call, network call. That means or a DNS call. Yesterday, if you remember, I did this setup. Well, let me show you. See here. I think here in synthetic. This I set up for my website, right? So here they call this, right? My website www.dadada, correct now? Where is edit button? See again they change this. See, so what they are doing? Network call, get, put, post, all this thing, correct now? So synthetic you get it from the network calls. RAM, what you need? So using JavaScript and API call. That means collections will be done from JavaScript and send will be done through DD API, Datadog API. Correct? So these are the agent you can collect the traces, store at
Synthetic is always at a network level, and then ROM is always at a UI level or API level.
right. Yes. So here APM agent which runs with your program, network call, and this JavaScript sent through API. Correct?
I'm ready. I'm ready with that. Yeah.
Now for this logs. So logs always is in system like VM or physical server or container. So for that you need a this one also. This one collecting the logs. Logs means what? Operating system log, application log, network log, database log. Any logs you can collect through this and send to them. So coming back to the points here, what we were discussing. First, understand these are the roles you play. These are the work you do. For this work, you need to monitor or observability. So first thing you have to collect the data. We call it melt. Different types of data there are metrics, trace, and logs. For collecting metrics, these are the things. For traces, these are the things. For logs, these are the things. So if someone will ask you, hey, what do you do? So you set up, you say, hey, we set up the melt collections as per the requirement. Maybe this your application is running in the physical servers or Kubernetes. So you set up an agent for those different. See, steps are different. No one will ask you what difference. Correct? Because if you install agent in the container, it's a different process. If you install
Depending on the architecture, the steps vary. The steps differ.
yeah. So if you install the agent in the Ubuntu, different process. Windows, different process. If you set up a agent in the Kubernetes cluster, different process. So that's what I'm saying. You cannot remember all this process, but overall you have to install agent. Simple. Correct?
Okay.
Same goes with the age traces for logs. So overall, now you did the phase one. This is the phase one you did. You set up a collections first. Correct now?
Okay. Okay.
So far, so good?
Yeah. Good.
Okay. So now what you need to do? So now you need to do phase 2. Phase 2, which you don't have to do, it is automatically is doing. But there'll be some questions will be asked. I want to tell you this question. So storage happens in the Datadog. That's very much sure. But how can you navigate those storage? So there's something which you need to be comfortable with it. So where is that? So let me find out that options. So let's say, see, under the metrics you see volumes. Say here. This is empty because there's no data actually. Okay. So here you see here you can see overview, see the flow also there. See, it's such a good image they have it. See here, Datadog agent will send that to Datadog. Cloud integration will send to the Datadog. API will send to the Datadog. Logs and APM sent to Datadog. And you see here, correct? So here, here we have a volumes where the metrics are being stored actually. Okay, so this is called indexed. See here. So right now I don't have any data as such because of free account, right? Let me check. Wait, 1 week, 2 weeks, no data. So you need to be comfortable. Okay, so they'll ask you, hey, this matrix is being stored somewhere, right? This matrix, where is being stored? So, where is that matrix? Here it is. So where is being stored? This traces. You say these are the stored in the index of Datadog, managed by Datadog. Okay, so that's you need to be comfortable with it. Say indexed, right? And just set custom metrics. So this is the one thing. Logs here you see. Go to this index here. See here. This is the main index, which is a main index is like a main database where the logs is being stored. You can create a new index also, and the charges are there applicable for it. So they'll ask you, hey, I mean, what kind of admin work you do? So say index management you do, where the logs are being stored, cleanup, retention period. They will ask you retention period. So I want you to Datadog. Okay, I think ChatGPT will be good. I want you to update with latest retention period of all types of data which is stored at Datadog. This will save your time because there are multiple URL for it actually. So they'll ask you retention period because after that it will be deleted, or maybe you have to increase the retention period so your data will be more. I mean, you can store for longer and stuff like that. Okay, so just see here. APM defaults for error types of data 15 days. Index span 15 to 30 days. For audit trail, say RAM 30 days. And for long task and all 15 days. You see, CD visibility 30 days. Case you cannot delete it, so it's for the lifetime. Case
Can you
means
ping me in the chat with data, please?
yeah, sure. I'll send you this after chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So see here. Code monitoring, database monitoring, query samples 15 days. So they'll ask you, don't need to remember, but create a pattern. You see, you say, hey, it's around 15 to 30 days. I don't remember the exact thing. So just be comfortable with this.
Sure.
Getting opens.
I am.
Yeah, because see, so many data types, right? You can't remember this. No, if someone is expecting you to remember, that's not a good person, a good engineer actually, because this is not our daily work actually, right?
Yeah.
So just remember that.
The tool does all the stuff. You just don't have to configure things.
Yeah. See here. You can configure. They'll say, hey, can you configure your own period? You say yes, you can configure. You can configure up to 7 days minimum, 365 days plus you can configure. But again, this is a paid service. So
Yeah, based on the budget. That's all it is.
yeah. So like this, you have to do that. Okay, so storage, I want you to understand the concept of index, volume, and all this thing, retention period. Just be comfortable. This will be a question they may ask, and so on. So are you good with it?
Yeah, yeah. Volume,
Okay.
data retention. Okay.
Right, yeah. Now, third important thing is, again, I repeat, exploring the data. This is a main important work for you. Exploring the data. And there is no only one place for exploring. Okay, I wish I could show you some things, but here, everywhere you go, you can explore. So one of the centralized place here you can explore every sort of data which I talked about yesterday. Every sort of data which is stored in your database, you can store, you can explore, no problem. Okay, you can explore. But actually Datadog has provided you so many places where you can explore. For example, here also you can explore. As of now, I don't have any service. This is service, data store, queue, apps, and so on. Okay, so here also you can explore. There is a trace explorer here. Look at this trace explorer. Okay, so custom dashboard they have created, custom graph they have created, so you don't have to struggle for it. You can steal those graph to create a dashboard. I told you yesterday also. You go to the digital experience with conf. Oh no, we did not configure. So let me show you the CI actually. Um, I mean synthetic. Sorry. So here, see, you can explore this data. Click on this. Go down. See here. These are the exploring only. See, these are exploring, right? Past, failed, and stuff like that. Correct. So these are the exploring. So that's your job. So now your question is what you will do with the exploring. So I want you to remember this one. Okay, this is something I want you to remember, that what kind of data to explore. So let me write it. I would like to explore the data at Datadog. Top 10 important benchmark which I want to browse and explore and understand the behavior of my applications, observability, and monitoring, such as response rate, apdex score, error rate, um, security issues in the logs, error rate, apdex score, percentile, and service up and down, etc. etc. I want you to help me to conclude all the top. Let's go for top 15. Okay, 15 things which I should go and check daily as a SRE engineer on Datadog. So I given some pattern so he will understand, and remaining important one he will get it. So see here. So here you see this is a percentile application response time. So P50. So I told you, right, what you do. So you say, hey, I go and check the P50 latency, percentile 50, percentile 90. That means what is the response rate? Response rate for 90% of your traffic. What is your response rate for the 50%? Response rate is important for the application, right? If your application is slow down, it's a problem, right? 99% of the traffic. How much your user is satisfied with your application, that's defined by AppDex score. If it is closer to 1, satisfied, closer to 0, highly dissatisfied, in between, see that. So the values for the AppDex score belongs to 0 to 1. That's a range. Please remember. Okay. So you can also just type and go to the image for faster understanding. See here. See here. Any images you open, you will understand, because nowadays very good images are there on the internet. See, this is a good image. See 0 to 1, and you see satisfaction score. Correct? Error rate. So how many errors? 5x, 4x, these are the error rates. Percentile, error rate or percentile, both you are having to your applications. What is your application request per second? Means total traffic, how much you are getting. Which are the services availability? This you get it from the synthetic monitoring. Let me tell you here. This you get it from APM. This also you get it from APM. This also you get it from APM. This you get it from APM also. This is from synthetic. This is for infrastructure monitoring. This is also from infrastructure monitoring. This is also from infrastructure monitoring database. This is logs monitoring, errors and exceptions. And this is for the security, SIM. This is for infrastructure network monitoring. Again, this is for infrastructure monitoring. See, SLO burn rate, Q lags and stuff like that. So these are the stuff 15. I'll share with you after this meeting. And are you understanding, right? So that's a phase 3. You do that. Now, once you are done exploring the data and analysis. Okay, so this is the important work. After that, phase 2, set up a alert. Set up alerts. So now they may ask you what types of alerts you set it up. See, they'll ask you most important 2 questions. Type of alert and detection method. This I want you to practice it a little bit. And for that, I want you to study, spend some 15-20 minutes of time for this one. Go to the monitoring here and click on this new monitor and just read this one. It's very simple and easy. See here. A metric threshold alert compare metrics value to static threshold. That means if you go for this one, there is one value stored.
The monitor. No, okay, metrics. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there is a one value metric stored in your database, Datadog, and you set up a threshold something. So simple. Now change. I should have not clicked. Change. What is this? Read this and below also. Change alert evaluate difference between a value n minutes ago and now. Matlab means CPU 10 minutes ago and now. In between, if there is some condition match, then create alert.
Yeah. क्या था और क्या अभी अब क्या है? Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So anomaly, outlier, forecast, these are the important type. You have to tell, okay, I can create a based on that. But these are the type. You see, live process monitoring, error tracking, post monitoring, for
Just manipulation. I mean, manipulation, but worker with the data what you have, worker with the data point.
now that's the one thing. Now, second thing is detection method. You should remember three detection methods. Typically, you have it. Yeah. Four, in fact, five now they have. So threshold, which you set, change alert, anomaly, outlier, forecast. These five you have to remember. These are the detection method. How alert is been detected based on the which mathematics. So these are the detection method. So you have to set up alerts, and then last one you create a dashboard. 5 dashboard. Okay, and dashboard, the one which we discussed yesterday also, you create a dashboard. Now, out of which, this is the pattern, okay? Out of which, this is the most important one, and this one is important. Okay, this why? Because collecting. There's one more question they'll ask you. Okay, you collect the data. What are the integration you have done? That means they're trying to ask what kind of collections you have done. So typically, I say I'll write it here for you, and I'll share later. What types of collections, but they will ask you integration if the person knows the Datadog integrations you have done with Datadog. So if you ask me, I will say I have done end-to-end integrations for collecting the data. Which one? So basically, for that infra layer OS, I did for Linux, Windows. Okay. Then containers, I did for Docker, Kubernetes. I integrated. That means I am collecting the data from Linux, Windows, Docker, Kubernetes. Okay. Now what else? Web server, I collected the data from Apache and Linux. For app server, I collect the data from Tomcat, Java based, and stuff like that. JBoss, you can write if you know WebLogic. I mean, it depends. Database server, I have collected data from MySQL, Postgres, and Oracle. I mean, if you know, then you tell all this thing. For cloud services, I have collected data from AWS, Azure, and so these are the integrations you have done. These are the types of collections you have done. For this you need agent, for this you need agent, this you need agent, this is you need a agent. These are the infrastructure. Now what is that? APM.
At the level again, it's again the code level, right? What do you call that? Vista dog or something.
Yeah. So APM, you say I did the Java, Python. For Java APM, I use Java client, Java APM client, agent you can call it. For here, Python client, right? For logs, again agent you did different types of log. What types of it? OS logs, okay. Network log, say this one, what is it? Application log, DB log, all this thing you collect it. So now how to see these collections? So you go here, integrations here, and click on the integrations menu. and more than 800, 700 integrations are available. 700. Okay, you can read this page. Datadog integration. Okay. Oh my God, I'm getting outdated now. 1,000. See here. I mean, it's growing very fast. 1,000 integrations available. What do you want? We have to. I'll Apache. Here Apache. See, click on this. This is the Apache integration. Follow this step. You will start getting the data. It's a pattern. Okay, I'm teaching you pattern. So these are the steps you have to do in order to collect the Apache metrics. What data you will collect? These are the metrics of the data you will collect. Some release notes, supports, overview. You want Docker, Kubernetes, so here, Kubernetes here. These are the things you have to do to in order to enable the integrations. What data you get it? See here, these are the data you get it. Multiple 13 pages data you have it. Are you understanding?
Yeah. Okay.
So thousands of integration, you have to come and search for it. MySQL, see here, Postgres, see here, anything. I mean, Oracle, ServiceNow. I think you talked about it. Here it is. So see, there's a two things. ServiceNow integration for ticket creating. That's one thing. ServiceNow, if you want to monitor, that is not supported. That's not supported. So here you can create a ticket using Datadog to ServiceNow. So for that you can read this. Don't rush overview. If you read, see here. See here. ServiceNow platform used to track. See here. Datadog ServiceNow integration bridge, observability and ITSM, enabling basically send alerts, create a cases, incident generated in Datadog to ServiceNow as a record in the incident or event tables. This is the important one from this integration. Are you understand?
Where are you on this page right now on service now integration? Integration overview. Where are you on this? How do you get this page? I am
Your
on
voice,
integration part.
your voice is not coming good for me.
So, how about now?
Yeah, it's improved actually.
Better now? Okay. So how did you get in this page? Where do you have? Can you ping this link for me? Yes.
Yeah, so once you integrate this one, no, what will happen? The moment you create a alert or cases in the Datadog, automatically it will create a record, I mean incident in the service now, automatically. So that way you have, I mean, you let's say if you have alerts, it will create an incident in service now. If you have a cases,
To get this done, what is that as a guy doing the observability or SRE role that I have to be doing, or whose task is this for this integration task? The
no,
service.
this integration is a one time, you have to do that. After that, whatever it happens, automatically the records will be created in service.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm
one
aware
time.
of that. It's just that whose task would it would be. Okay.
Depends, like it can be anyone who has access to the service now. Actually, see, this is the configurations. Here they're asking, hey, instance name, username, and password of service now. So if you have this one,
Can you walk me
then
through the how to get it? Can you put it in the page walk me through the page again? Where
click on the con.
I'm on integrations now. I'm on the list of integrations. Service now. Sorry to stop you.
Click add instance. Here, name the instance, username and password, and what types of data you want. This is a service now detail.
Details.
So this is the instance name you have to give it, username and password. So you must be having service now instance name, username and password, right?
Okay, you have access to that. You have already given service integrated. Okay.
So yeah, these are things you have to do and enable. This is for general. This is the ITOM. different say service graph connector. Many things are there.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the stuff which you have to tell. Now, what else? So yeah, overall they'll tell you. Okay, so one of the things they will tell you. Okay, what are the challenges you had while working with the Datadog? Challenges and how you solved it. Challenges with the Datadog and how you solved it. Okay, so some of the challenges usually we face, like say, uh, the challenge in terms of sometime I'm giving you real time challenges, something like let's say you need to install some integrations or agent. Okay, some integration, it can be, I talked about what types of agent you have actually. So, but you don't have a permission, right? So what to do? So in that case, you have to find out the ways to get the data, and maybe you have to write some script and get the data using API and all. API is supported, and Datadog is all about API. So everything, whatever I told you, right? These are the things, agent and all, you can do through APIs also. You can create alerts using API. You can create a dashboard using API. You can configure integration using API. You can do uh, configure APM. Everything you can do through API. So if you see here, Datadog API. So here, see that. So if you want to automate anything, there's APIs for it. See here. So this is the APIs, keys, application key you need it. You can run in the Postman for that learning, but you can write a Java code here. This is the sample Java code they have given it to you. Now let's say if you don't understand Java code, curl you understand, right? So somewhere curl will be there. Where is the curl? They removed it or what? Okay, they removed it. So this is the Python, Ruby, Go, Rust. So let's say go for alerting. Most of the time, two things we do through API, alerting and dashboard, right? So for that, let's go for alerts. Monitor, we call it, right? Monitor. See, so these are the types of monitoring. And see, you want to create a monitor. This is the API. And see, log queries. So basically what I'm trying to say is API. Example code here you have actually. See, this is the JSON. Got it?
I'm okay. Yeah.
So here you see, you can create an alert using curl. See, this is a curl one, simple. Go, Java, Python, Ruby, Rust, TypeScript, and some legacies. So yeah, most of the things you do through APIs. So that's one thing. You fine tune. False flag is very important one. This I want you to focus on. This false flag means fake alerts. So how do you handle? So this is important question. How do we handle false flag alerts and monitors in Datadog and its best practices? Okay, this is a regular work actually, which you do false flag. I'll send you all this today. So here you see, identify the root cause for the false alert. Threshold are too strict. You modify little bit adjustment you do here, right? Other stuff you do. Techniques to fix the false alerts. There's many techniques actually. You have to change the alert type itself. Okay. So use APM based alert instead of forced metrics. Course matrix mostly false flag, but APM based alert, or you have to combine. This is important. Let me show you just a second. Hold on. Where is it? This is I use a lot actually. Go to the monitoring and here composite. This is important one. See, read this. What happens if you set up a 2 alerts but don't send the notifications? Let's say you set up a infra plus APM. Infra is failing, but APM is good. APM is good, infra is failing. So it can be false flag. So what to do? So combine these two. So alert number A, alert number B. If both are okay or okay, then send an alert email. If one of these are wrong, don't send alert. So here what you're saying, combine monitor allows you to combine the results of multiple monitors into single results.
Only both fail, then send alert. Only both fail.
Yeah, so you send alerts based on the two monitoring, two alerts.
Okay.
Got it? So that way you can avoid the false flag. That's what it's saying. Combine multiple signals. See here. Okay, and this is the image. Okay, so just do that. Sometime no data and this one. So spend some time on this reading. It will help you. Simple explanation. And so that's one thing which you may be asked. Okay. More questions?
So as per the requirement, the second thing is
Hello.
things to take care or things to look into any merging of a company or application merging as a
Which one?
merging when you merge a company or merge an application.
So sorry, your voice is not sure. Not
How
why it's
about
not.
now? How about now?
No, man. The problem is like your voice is not clarity is not there. I mean, I don't know why it's from my side or I'm using this time.
How about now?
I mean, I can hear it, but the moment you ask us some question, no, that question is not coming very clear to me.
Oh, not bad.
Is it a headphone issues or something? Because I'm using right now.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure at this time because there was never a complaint about these headphones. I have a Logitech headphones.
Mhm.
Uh, so uh, there's a couple of questions.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So I think those questions list we can talk tomorrow next session.
Okay, sure.
We have pending thing about the AWS tagging thing.